It's a state of emergency. My people don't panic. It's a state of emergency. A global pandemic. It's a state of emergency. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Come on, come on. It's a state of emergency. A global pandemic. It's a state of emergency. My people don't panic. It's a state of emergency. A global pandemic. It's a state of emergency. My people don't panic. These are the days the prophets foretold those about. When people would be living from hand to mouth. And only by your grace if we gonna make it out. But we must come together. East, west, north, and south. All you see I want is just to confuse you. But hold on, my people, hold on. Don't let them fool you. No. All you see I want is just to control you. Yeah. Hold on, my people, hold on. Don't let them fool you. In the state of this global pandemic, state of emergency. My people don't panic. No, state of emergency. In the state of emergency, my people don't panic. No, we got to come together and devise a plan for our survival and creation. Let's organize and centralize as one nation. One for all and all for all. All you see I want, don't let me confuse you. No, hold on, my people, hold on, don't let them fool you. No, all you see I want is just to control you. Yes, hold on, my people, hold on, don't let them fool you. It is a state of emergency. This global pandemic. In this state of emergency. The state of emergency. This global pandemic. In this state of emergency.
Yeah. Pull up that song, yo.
Come on. Whoa, the state of emergency. A global pandemic. It's a state of emergency. My people don't panic. A global pandemic. It's a state of emergency. My people don't panic. These are the days the prophets foretold those about. When people would be living from hand to mouth.
Yeah. Pull up that song, yo.
Come
for you. Mutaro, pull up.
The state of emergency, a global pandemic. State of emergency, my people don't panic. It's a state of emergency, a global pandemic. It's a state of emergency. My people don't panic. These are the days the prophets foretold to survive. When people would believe it from hand to mouth. And only by the grace if we gonna make it out. But we must come together. East, west, north, and south. All you see I want is just to confuse you. Lord. But hold on, my people, hold on. Don't let them fool you. No. All you see I want is just to control you. Yeah. Hold on, my people, hold on. Don't let them fool you. It's a state of emergency. This global pandemic. State of emergency. My people don't panic. No. State of emergency. This global pandemic. In the state of emergency. My people don't panic. No. We got to come together and devise a plan for our survival of creation. Let's organize and centralize as one nation. One for all and all for all. All you see I want, don't let me confuse you. No, hold on, my no. All you see I want is just to control you. Yes. Hold on, my people, hold on. Don't let them fool you. It is a state of emergency. This global pandemic. In this state of emergency. My people don't panic. The state of emergency. Global pandemic. In this state of emergency. My people don't panic. No. Prepare yourselves for the worst is yet to come. These are the days when the forces of evil shall rise against the children of the Most High Jah. But we must be strong in our faith.
Respect. Assalamu alaikum. Hirayam, Mutaro. Angoran yang kami fala wa degorejo indero aduna. Kono mi arata mai. Let me pull up this. Pull up. Hold on that music. On Hirayam, Tanala on for a jump. Me Asan Jaite is already on the backstage. I will put him on soon. And Milawadi expect what to go Uncle my Mami Drame on the platform also as usual. As usual, me and Asan Jaite what host our program, the open conversation when we are free, when we have time, So last weekend, any time I was busy and Asan also, we did not make it. But yesterday also I was busy, and then we try to make time, even though Django come Monday. I will, like I promised, if I have time, I will be inviting people to come here and teach what they're concerned about URR, Basse, and Gambia in general when it is necessary. Like usual ko mingi ndem si yalla, may his soul rest in peace, brother Ameng, you know, Mohammed Fati, may his soul rest in peace, you know, brother my Fati, brother Asan Jaite ko mene watata, they were my, we host this program, we talk about things, you know, amongst us, like, you know. So before more the waste time, nothing I Asan Jaite, my uncle, mami drame si nati kadim what I am, me nothing I am, you know, bro Jero. Yeah, bro Jero Kurubali, thank you very much. Thank you to everybody who's watching. The topics is about the elections, uh, and you know the participation of our people. And you know, Rastaman, boy, they have not been listening to the Rastaman. I don't know when they will start to listen to the Rastaman, you know, because the Rastaman have been preaching for so long, you know, and telling people how to think, because the Rastaman have been the voice of the people. I and I is Erasmus, so many people know, you know that. Me, I'm a Rasta Muslim. So spiritually, I'm a Muslim. My way of life, I'm a Rastaman, you know. So asan jaita achumi achama asal mindira jama on tao, you know, do yaw to it.
Assalamu alaikum, Bokar. Salmini on fall. As usual, you know, we come here week in, week out to speak our mind, but also, you know, to engage with our people in Basse and URR. You know, ada ida do uncle mommy, auntie mommy.
No, and even ko uncle wa natalan ko dan minne mo uncle
Hey,
because I ko mi woni uncle makko, so minne mo uncle ko uncle
oh,
re minne la and ko
hey,
mi woni
hey,
uncle makko. That's why I always ko uncle wa natalan, so ko biddo
hey,
dendira
hey,
o
hey, mommy.
nene makko ko cousin ang, you know. So so that's why that's why, because of the calling uncle ko do I
Mm-hmm.
like I always call her uncle mommy. So
Okay,
I hope
okay.
she will come.
Yeah,
Ay
yeah.
Joru no tonya
So,
mal boy. O Joru endi
Amo,
be Joru Kurubari, bro Joru Kurubari. O ni
Joe,
wade Joru brother MBA. O ni wate di
Joe,
bot.
Joe, Joe, Joe saya, Joe Madiri ni. Joe
O no
halame.
wade o ni wade deport badi bu boy. O no ni
Eh,
mena.
eh.
Boy, say achi masal munira ta do mi wade ma engage ma.
Hey, assalamu alaikum, Musib Ewing, you know, it's good to be back, you know, may Yota, Pico Sally, I mean. And then, like you say, you know, even though the politics is hard, you know, thick and fast coming again. This time around is what really concern us. We don't want National Assembly, Umbanda, but I may represent. So I think it's good that, you know, we come here and say a few things about, you know, what we think, you know, should happen, or what we think should not happen, or what we think, our representatives, who we think they should be, and who are ready, who are vying to represent us. So on that note, you know, me samina himbe fo, me namo, you know, gentom me hakile, hare on monaki, onu kala me hali do ko mijo ame me hali so men falji hare ko himbe. Awa, assalamu alaikum.
Asan Jaite, and the last 2 weeks ago, we came here. Every day we had this we had this conversation until we were talking about, you know, we spoke about the 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 how to call it, the sister that make put a bill at the parliament, Nolando in got equal representation of women, men and women in the National Assembly, and also allocating some seats to disabled people. We went in deep, me and you, we spoke about, you know, how in the West, you know, how women and girls and disabled people they don't need the chance to you know, to represent and to identify themselves, to encourage people to go into politics. And you went up to a point, even you gave an example, Debo Mobe at the one constituency side model, I saw one out on Ojeano, sir, because of party on, they wanted that person, they wanted a female candidate, you know, somebody a female to represent them, and they did not have enough people there. They bring somebody, and the people of that area, they voted for that sister to go to the parliament. Asan, Mandy mommy sinati or memairon because mommy have a lot have Mujogi a lot of disappointment about this nominations on no iri no koni yade kong. So but I will allow her to come in or what I engage doing what any kariwawe you today makomo because she says she will join soon. Min komi lando tomare asan I have been following the names and also the publicity, of few people because I know that I see the 52, all 52 people who are, from all parties, all people from the 52 seats that are to be contested for. Kono Asan, the outcry of many Gambians is that the names and the people that are nominated are selected to go for this and to the National Assembly. Many people think politics woni yade. They are just how to call it. They are not they are just like honno be nata dum ay jawruno memmina do ko mi fala ma memminde yeso seeda because social media hali dum anka member of NPP kono mi landoto ma dum after accu mi wada Daniel ankadi hala ko noni mijo maimu you are free to say it in Mandinka or anything kono mi fala wadde articulate because andi min cedde ande wat labani modja mi fala wadde articulate pulat and what I choose in any language mo wawata wadde answer. Many people are saying, Andy, last time, that is what occurs. They compensated people who have been for the party, but they don't look for the credibility of the people. Like, if these people are the right people who should be in our national assemblies. Do you share the same view with many Gambians? Even me, mintigibe mi do himbe hobe mi andabe no watabe wadde George kono boy it is very discouraging if some of those people happens to win and go to the parliament. They will just be rubber stamp.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Once again, Ajarama, thank you very much for that question. Is very important. Like you said, we are hearing a lot of names and we are seeing a lot of people also, complaining about the same issue more now abroad. In fact, just about Aigilam Iwihaldema this afternoon, I call our friend Mobansang, our one of our schoolmates, tourists. Tourists.
Yeah, tourists, yeah.
Yeah, so when I this is something that I asked him, minimum side monkono, and exactly the same thing that he told me. Because Bansankadi, always, they pick the candidate from within Bansang. And this time around, the surrounding villages wanted someone, from within themselves can make a whatever beneficent. And that person could have been the most qualified one as well. These people went ahead and picked someone from Bansang, and that might bring some little bit of problem. Not necessarily MPP went and choose people to compensate them. But also, if you don't choose the people that the entire constituency will back, then that will force others to bring independent candidates where they will challenge. I will say it here, and I've been saying it all the time. Just the fact that I support NPP, I support President Barrow 110%. I support NPP. And what I will not support is, mediocrity. That I cannot support that because I invest a lot in me, to be educated. So obviously, prove me under and Milando, the middle jungle along the process, right? So I cannot be represented by deadwood. I cannot be represented by people who manuda, the under left map, the right map.
Uncle Mami Nati backstage, me not what do continue after me okay more after what I introduced to Marco. Just continue, Daniel.
Hey, so on that note, I will be very much hypocritical. Sitai midowada like clapping for people that I myself inside me, I know that they are not up for it. So this is across the board. I'm hearing the same thing like you are hearing. There are other places that MPP didn't choose the right person because he might not be the most qualified, or they didn't choose the right person who is not people's choice. So kono kadi one thing kadi men fadi wadde kadi understand kadi bokan. I is a heavy jangudo e monduda anga sikude ko on wadi on he is the most qualified. Kono the people that are actually selecting when si be sikine ko obuy what they qualify, what can you do? You know, because these are the people who will go and vote for that particular individual. You know, we can all say that, you know, obuy what they qualify, obuy the if Basse choose a particular person to represent Basse, you know, obviously, you know, Basse na be what on vote, right? It's the people of Basse who are going to face those consequences of Bastasi not representing them. So obviously, you know, sometimes it might not be the party.
Hassan, you gave an example now. Uncle Mami, Okam, actually, Ganira, me jude confala landa dasan ko me achama Hassan Mundira jamao. After what am I?
It's okay.
Hassan, anga Johnny do example, Bansang. Bansang used to choose somebody from the vicinity of the town of Bansang itself. Now the surrounding neighborhoods or the villages, they wanted to have somebody from them, but it happens these people who will go to these preliminaries, they choose somebody that many people said is not the people choice. And Sikuda, this, don't you think this is where many people are saying like they are not give corruption on, you know, nepotism, you know, or all other sims and this is not where these things couldn't only problem Africa and Gambia in general, you know.
And worker in politics, you know, you will have that. Politics, I have interest groups. Once presidential election gasi rek, right? Once presidential election gasi rek, people start forming their own groups to back them. People start saying, that is some people started just after the presidential election. So they have their groups, they have their intention known to those groups, and he may put the hard and he may convince and stuff. That is how politics is. Okay, if somebody also is from a very well-known, you know, community, like, you know, family Makono Njandi, Himbefono Andi Mo, if his parents are respected, obviously, you know, that also plays a part. You know, so many other the remnant society, I mean, oko jallo kunda iwi, oko, you know, drame kunda iwi, oko jede kunda iwi. So which means, you know, the dramas and the jetes and the jallos, you know, the friends of those people will all rally behind you. In fact, they will do the biddings for you. So nepotism, tribalism, you know, favoritism, it all plays well within politics. So you cannot separate that. Meanwhile, my problem is, especially Hande, I was talking to another guy, you know, about Woolley, right? Woolley, especially Woolley West, where you have Syria, you have our brother Mike, you have Tida Kiera, right?
I will come to this. How
Okay.
come me
I will come to
that. I am in Mindeland or me uncle mommy na. Uncle.
Allah
you choose any language you want.
Assalamu alaikum uncle. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Misal mini for melam no for suta ka jam tanone. I'm very pleased for me on me na me head to because me and that the conversation is about what I think is about politics though.
Uncle,
I don't know.
Uncle Mingema, thank you very much for taking the time to come. Mingema, we spoke about the women representations. Ayani helbe himbe jin en musipeme rewbe ben be yaltani be aka represent enough. You think, you believe, because Mingema yoti something like that on that. Good. Answer what is causing?
I'm not hearing you well.
Alanande as an unknown.
Joni mi nana kono halaka is like no what this said.
Okay. Don't listen from Facebook. Don't listen from Facebook. Listen directly to the app. So ready ko Facebook anana tala moja. Head Roland directly.
Ani min ko be badi mun ko jo hanne mi hetto.
Boy Joro hebi supporter do boy Asan. I only 2-1 boy. Hey,
I don't
Uncle
know if
Mami.
it is my network, I don't know.
Anandela Johnny.
Me nana ebo no, I don't know the problem. Sita ko network I don't know.
No, mimi do nana ma correct. Sit anana let's continue. Do network ma France ngandi Macron maybe arai Russia be nati mako be futike on the saboteurs. So uncle minyama we spoke about we yautere meden ko wonno ko honno ko nu wadi rewbe be party ji di hewdi rewbe aka support aka female candidates are not there are not much female candidates, especially in URR. Anko disappointment ma woni. What do you think caused that? Ansi kuda wadi dum. Why there is not enough female representatives?
Anyway, me akade assalamu alaikum. Maybe the women are not ready for be yalta positions. So definitely Johnny is high time be yalta position. Milani kadi asan jaita nane mo hala no maybe family or choosing. No, it is possible one be basebe they prefer to select men. Kono min ko minyago to let them give female the chance because we have talent female in Basse. In URR at large. And that the last time Kajutu Jabi, that independent candidate. I am surprised that this year Miyani Modari. I was very honestly, me Melansuko the 100% hiccup, Melansuko the next MP is going to be Kajutu Jabi. When I start seeing names, Miyan hide the Bohedula, it doubts me. My uncle, definitely we should talk about this. Because people like Kajutu Jabi, people like even Mariam Kanko, she's in the politics. And she's well known. So Kobase o Jibina Tongo Mauni. Kagorko Mako wonder. People are seeing her in politics. Why are they not coming out?
Who?
Mariam Samasa.
Oh.
Mariam Samasa. Uncle
yes,
Mariam
Samasa. But definitely, Kasango Kajetu Jab, I'm really disappointed. Surprised me, Yanima. I don't know why. Me ala contact Mako to ask her. I wish I have. Suta Monana Mido. Definitely Kajetu Jab mentioning Kaka. Why didn't you come out?
Okay.
Definitely. I was expecting that I will see her.
But in URR in general, Kodebo Goto Minani Dong Tida. This sister Tida, when you and go to minima you hold on. You're talking about this Tida in Woolly West. How come
the name and Tida Bobo.
Yeah, Tida Bobo Kijera.
Tida Kijera. Is she the only female candidate that are here in our side? How come, Asan?
Misiki, I don't know. Last time I saw Wuli Iskadi, there is this girl, I think it's Patimata Jaite. There is this also girl in Wuli East. After Miyani, because I saw Uncle UDP Kadi for no Darande. I'm not sure what happened. I'm coming back to mommy about female representation. Ekade in Bate. Mommy can call it disappear.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Nena makofinani moja anda.
Koreo woni wata.
Hey.
Koreo woni wata present hore mappe that much indeed. I don't know. It might be different factors. It might be either they are not approached be jonani be lawol, or they are intimidated by the male presence. Maybe kono ming I gila all process forward is start. Guess mommy Kohombo was the first person I contact. I contact Khadija Dujabi. She was the first person I contact to ask her if she is interested. Milandi Momino, if you are interested, because this time around, like you, I wanted a female candidate. Right? So Milandi Mokai, are you interested? Oinlan Kanko,
what did she reply you?
she said she hasn't ruled it out, but she wasn't thinking about that at the moment. Kono, let me give her time to process it, and then she come back to me. So after a few days, yeah, she thinks she is ready. But Milanimo, Anko, which political party were you when it comes? She wasn't active in politics. And minimum kono Andy Basefeundo, with the presence of NPP, independence is not an option. Puru Basenabi want to pick an independent candidate, right? Let's be honest though, URR, President NPP might sweep the polls. So minimum Pru or Ara, what offer her Mako through NPP,
Okay.
And we will work on that. After some time, I think she was in. I don't know whether maybe she's after the idea of going through NPP. Car that's not appealing. Car after that didn't work. That is how I see it.
Mami, actually, Milandi Tomado about, because we are talking about this female representation. Mami, you have been working in our communities in the whole of URR, maybe extended in other regions of the Gambia. Ansikuda, what are these? Why Gambian females, our women, are not into politics? Because you work with Trostan, right?
Yes.
Ansikuda, only problem.
Me, definitely, Sahali in the Tostan, in URR, I'm disappointed when my rebel no heavy. Was definitely within the approach of Tostan, no whole they have the right like men have, either in politics, in whatever. Nunco go, the dimel me African woman in general, Mirita. We don't trust ourselves. We don't believe in ourselves. And definitely, if we have trust in ourselves, we can deliver more than men. So we prefer South in me when I look at about what we bang than what we look at about women. The old media me put me into the koi amen. We have to trust ourselves. African women, when I Gambia, African women in general, me put what they believe in ourselves. We have the talent, but the problem is self-confidence when they ally amen. Minko on me media when you rap alliance today. For you are definitely mila sikude. You are media bukan abele because tostani abele ma sara hula kuna manika kuna kula kuna. Definitely ntela miro to youth special sunkutol musol. Alianta puntila la kalo ka konko alialo noko. Alla ride long. Kalo ye kato.
My network makombo. Sikuda boy Russia warani be invade Johnny boy. What go sabotage and they put in.
Take a France or did it.
Hey, uncle.
Asika ko diabu goni. Asika ko diabu goni. Ko France oni ni.
Mini kori Putin futake what the supporters boy. Because momona ni have Europe though.
Maybe what is we connect ko over the bunko jawadi. I want uncle. Remember you have self-confidence.
No, you were in Mandinka. You were contributing in Mandinka. Continue in that.
Me wanna fuck a man you go full over sarhule. Remember you are definitely teramen. Bos ngale noko. Nunton se sila no kafu karangolong. Bari sai ngajelo ko Gambia amang wo karamba amang jare wo karamba to be an MP. Bos ngajelo MP membije. Anu ya jube kabring muntuma always MP la bungoto ke wala ka siya musolti. Non ko be danuro ke la musol ali nga punti ndol fana nga son ke wol ifana ye bulo ko sintoliye. Asambo benale a fenko a hajo ben ko man ka ko mande bari nyanta ngalam fangola nyilla tam fangola doro. Of course mbe lola anu nyillota abetala le mbe ke wol falan dan la nyin tombondiro nata. Nkana fu ko nyin mu ko di tioleti nyimu family te me yalon ko yelom baake. Nga musol fana jube nga hanal be wo family jube la musol jube kono ali mirantol fananna.
That is absolutely right. But Asan, this rumor on social on that the nomination in Basse was not fair, free and fair, because Mami, Mimi, I was hearing about Obadi Rawame, bito Pajalong, bito Kajaru Pajalong. You know? I know sister Badi Rawame, mo follow on the candidate kadi. You know?
Mimi nanani hombonta.
Bito sister me on in the makode no majiram.
Andi no Bokar. So ini diversification. Rew ngara e people men fala kadi competent rewbe. Men fala ka rewbe amanduda be andi left mabbe right mabbe. Aha. Olu men fala. Ona because men fala rewbe rek we can just go and pick anyone.
No, ko odani ko wido ko rewbe yaltani mi anditi do joni mi nani on Badi Rawame honno be nata mosa. Ijat.
Ko rewbe podi be yaltube woni yaltani. Ko sifa kajatu en.
Bito ko jankajat Pajalo. Minani she was.
Ko sifa kadijatu jabien. Ko sifa kadijatu jabien. Ah?
Gal got no T Johnson. Gal got no T Johnson. Tala
Kamara. Tala Kamara.
See also she's doing good.
Kono you right.
See her in politics now.
No, what I need the thing is, mommy, you are right. Ye wolje me minkela sign wolonko ke kanyin kuma sifal foye ke katandi politiko la. Yeah, ye active politiko kono. Ye because most of the time fana Gambia ni ajibe musol min katra politiko kono ibe batala je bake. Akay musol le mi yalon koy man karang. Right?
But that's this sister also. This Sise, Maka this Sise. She's also was she not the teacher?
Makande in T Johnson, no?
Makande.
Is she not the teacher?
Makande,
Masise.
Aha, you got Masise, yes.
But Masise also. She's not the teacher.
Kafonko, we need Musol Melianko, they are competent. Yalo mune atina Musol Jamafana eka body politico.
Formally.
Are you getting me?
Yeah. I make mo jaka wala.
Nyaja Musol fantela miro to Musol Melianko, like many alonko, they are competent. It all eka body mena politico to eka body jutu na yalela. Ani nenduro dopare kewol. I'm sorry to say that Kedama bije niya musol dolje politiko kono. They tam ike mutalako like itol ila miro to musol me politiko you are like a tissue paper. So me yalonko I felt long akungoto pour I dung work sifato amari she will think twice. But nyaje amake ko nenduro tina musol mbal hakadala but nyaje be men yalonko imankaram bake they will use them come ila fite use la nyame. Ni ko bi alikato fay mole nata je yal promise iban na fenkal saba ni nata wuru taw kan wala 25 body ya diala you will just take it diamo man diala bari men yalon ko at least ye kumol fana yo londo sotole ite sonna wonene ndirola ndela miro to wala tina mel yalon ko musol bi jere men ko they are very very competent is a funtinole bantela miro to wala be borindi ka politiko na miro.
I think
no yalong politico momi inyanta ka ni lafta ka mo represent politico foy duma kono le yebata kono moli e suute akono ni mol me suute akono rek aka koli ala pour moli e vote in because if you are not part of it comme kajatu la problem probably asunta wala because kabinta afaye because she was in NPP grassroots and the MPP wasn't going to take anybody who is not within NPP. Maybe wala be kala atala challenge do man.
That's true.
Yaji. But nyara nu ngabe NPP nu. Ntol dol ani modo jama bije. Men kangol katil. But ma make sure no she is there. If Hanima selected, but she is what on the within the 3 or 4 people me alonko. If it will listen la pour select. Because MPP yemuso presently Fadu Kande. Yemuso presently Masijanko. Fatu Kande. Yeah. But minata ke just like Kadijatu. Fatu Kande but Mansi Janne. Right? But at a time Jama spend Kombole. Virtually Namake Miliala family long and in very few people me along Kanita school and Sifal. Ole along. So although election after jele and after a campaign ke fonko, but one could say that's too late. Yeah, if you don't engage your community in this type of things, not only community work, also engage them in politics as well. If I just sama ni after Lola, more si sute. Yep, political mo altide. You have to take that coming for an musol dol bije ekasilam because of the nendiro ani molbe doala ani fonko. Political mo nkaje buka almamol nendi. Nkaje buka almamol doya because omu jaman ko omu dina ko. Bari political ni tare ko kartu le nyinina. Molbe nen lale ibe la family la ko folale ibe songol lale lale ibe you have to take all that. So wala na ni sambe minkela ntol me minkela bay ite o suteje aflan dinte probably ntemo suteje ko musol nyanta kallole sambe minkela wolon ko na start ka groom kabrin sante to start to talk to these people in dinol ko alal dake politiko kono pour sama alsi mo represent because normal dake politiko kono ke wolle betal la mo represent all the time anu malak wala.
Yes, because ni ajube fang asan musol leka ning political ambiance ning the movement o ning itol leka londi satel kono ning satel ringol to aning satel because most of the time itol leka ning political activities so organize itol leka perfect fana. So pour comme mami quand même for pour musol fana kind of song they use them to be like, only for like, organizers, yai companies, and all those things. No. Come kadung executive also, to go higher, Ibajela ko ni time o sita. Hanite if you don't want to stand, you can recommend people amongst you people, member outstand come. Nobody can say no to that person because it all balon come. Yeah, it's true. Many Hani Europe jang, they select militants to go to. When it comes to election time, they start with militants.
Yeah.
They start with militants of the party. They ask them who want to run for office or for parliament or anything. If the militants say yes, anybody amongst you, then they start to if there is none, they start to look for outsiders. But they start with the militants first. Because
that is how politics work.
They are the backbone of the party. They know the secret of the party. They know what the activities of the party, what the party wants, and they want to do everything to see the success of the party. So that is true. As I'm coming for to involve these sisters into the day-to-day affairs of the political parties that they sympathize with, it's very important. We encourage them now to see like people like Kayatu Jabi, whether she's a UDP sympathizer or NPP or PDIS, let her be there. Let her be among them.
Yeah.
Or
be part of a political party.
Or the sister you are talking about. Any of these sisters that we know. Listen, don't just be a yai compin or a big sister or something. Be a politician. Because you know what, we have hope on you. We know you are an organizer. You know the problems of our community. You are involved every day. You are there. You know it. If you go and represent us, you will be a good representative. So this is true. We have to start this conversation now to talk to these sisters, recruit them, like Asan you are saying, bring them in. That is the only solution. What you said here, that's Asan. That is because that way they will be out of apprenticeship, like what they call apprenticeship.
No, Bokap, politics. Political parties are ideology. Ideology nabatabe. They are driven by their ideology. So if you subscribe to that particular political party, it means you are within that ideological framework. And I anchor you by that ideology. You are prepared to sell that ideology to people. So you become passionate. So in that passionate, anchor our loyal. You become loyal to the party. So that is why selection Ari, they look within the party first.
Yes.
They look within the party first. Here, I am a subscribed member of the Labour Party. So every day I have all the emails and do money. I found those a very invite to go and select councillors demanding. And even if I want to put my name forward, I can. Right? So all these things are there. You know, all these things are there, Manuda. You know, you can, if you want to. They will send it within the party first. See, Allah, I go to counter party, then they start to head hunt. Like they start to see home Manuda, when they think ne ideology map yada a party young. You cannot just go and pick somebody who is not part of your programs. You know, we are on where you represent. Because
so what do you say to kono vida ko factors jabi wido kon? Because factors said the candidate that you people selected is not well known. You people have to do a drastic campaign for him to win the election.
No, Buakar, I don't think that is accurate. He's well known. He is well known. And the Konundana Himbe is because Seku Kokombo won. Right? One thing they fail to understand is Seku was part of the national executive, NPP. Seku, before NPP, Seku was
Seku Ba. Mystic. Me and Alaji Jalo. Alaji Ba. Look, a long time
no, mommy, the reason why mommy andamo. No, mommy. The reason why mommy andamo is maybe because the last 4 years, you know, Anano Gambia, right? Okay. Especially at the base, right? The last 4 years that this guy is active in politics, you know, he was completely formed BYM, Borough Youth Movement, right? He was crisscrossing the country. He was crisscrossing Basse. Secondly, Be'ari formed NPP, and he was in the national executive of NPP. So he is known, right? And thirdly, what happened? Basse for what happened at the same time. When you say Okonto Iwi, when I had Johnny Smith Inima or Galleombo Iwi, Andelo, SBN, or Selubai, right? Balekunda. So maybe if I tell you 1 or 2 people under the Hareko Edma, you probably know exactly.
No, Mwande mistake.
Aha. That's what the name I was surprised.
No, Mwande mistake. I'm 100% so mami no. Omajumorek. But Asan, this is this rumor.
Well, Asan, uncle, I have a question for Asan. Asan. Saying, what the engage youths, especially the female, what me engage, what they encourage put Benata into politics. Immediately in you are at this back of passage there.
Okay, that's a very good question. At the same time, Kadi, you know, it's a very good thinking. Women may put that on. Especially meaning, let's say around T. Johnson. And they're not into anything. All they are into is sitting kokontong, yeuta, you know, either go to work, come back, or go and work, go and sell, or this thing. They are not involved in not only politics, but also youth activities, a community engagement. Is very important. It's very important as a youth. Taweda a good one. Sita community work, sita politics. Engage yourself with the community. That is very, very important. Because
I own boy Abraham Barry. Last time ko arido ko milani won any problem you jibasedi when you ko joda ball ko fence. They like to be on the fence and they start to criticize.
Let me finish this. I tell them all the time ne sa ini mimi nami politician. I'm not a politician. Mimi target politics. Ang amaji. Because I am wonder the politician what decide. They decide your budget. They decide what is going to be spent on your area. They decide on the development that come to your area. They decide the taxes you pay. They decide how to spend those taxes. So angsa ini atawetake on hala. Ona anga perdi. Right?
Yeah, that is true. So,
it's very important. It's very important as a young person, you know, you become part of these things because this is what is shaping your life. Because these decisions they make in the National Assembly, decisions that these executives take, these are decisions that affect your life, right? So before the time, you know, we all, it's upon all of us now to start telling these people, hey, I think it's high time for you to do this. I think it's high time for you to do this.
But Asan,
be part of the community engagement.
Asan, what do you say to the people who say what we know there? The youths are not given the voice. The youths are not, even those who are involved, they are marginalized.
No, and that is two ways. Don't go two way. You know, it could be, yes, that might as well be the case. Because I mean, most of the time, what I see, bro, is the youths are not putting themselves forward, or when they do it wrongly. Right?
How can somebody do it wrongly?
Okay.
Can you help people?
How can somebody do it wrongly? Sahauji. Sahauji. You do it wrongly.
How you go?
Right? How you go when you take a wrong foot? And let's take example like a young guy, who is so bright, who thinks he has all these ideas, and he might as well have all these ideas. You have to align yourself to a particular party or a particular organization. Because Andy, most of the time, if you are young, you smart, and you think you can do it on your own, right? If you do it wrongly, you have to be part of these groups. We don't have advice. We want to tete. We want to mole. We want to guide. Be part of them. As a young person, you have to be part of these groups. I don't care which group you are part of, because group atawaiton like 3 or 4 people manuda, hakile ko different hakile. If you talk to all those people, you'll be able to take 1, 2, 3, 4, put them together. That will and this is how you develop yourself. Because I don't think you can do it on your own. That is how our young men are missing the point. That is how they are missing the point. What a Jodu Ton Sikure, you can do it on your own, or Mimi Jokata baby, because baby anda, or baby this group. You start labeling these groups whilst you don't even know what is in those groups. Be part of this group. If you want to be GDC, be part of GDC. If you want to be PDIS, be part of PDIS.
Or form your own political party.
NPP, be part of NPP. I mean Sagwan reg Sagwan. Gambia, we will have 3 political parties. You know that? 3. You know that?
Okay.
Answer only Gambia, UDP, PDIS, NPP, GDC. And the party na yifop ang political thinking mao. What any match 84, one of these 4, then you have a problem. You have a problem. Look at
You have a point.
Look at you have the Labour, you have the Liberal Democrats, you have the Conservatives. So not the politics. You will see yourself in one of these 3. You keeping Britain for the anti-racist, anti-immigration parties, and you don't want to be there. If you want a progressive party, I have by D3. Exactly. I have either Labour, Conservatives, or have the Lib Dems. Then you will see yourself in one of these. Samba immunokala or the other party. Demba immunokala or other party. At the end of the day, you become so fragmented. How would I confuse that? Right? So be yourself, be in one of these parties and help to develop those parties. Immediate a party on a jangaitong Jango I want to go to. That is what I'm gonna advise the youth. And myself, that is why I joined NPP, right? Because I could have said NPP.
Are you telling me that you are NPP?
Asan ko full time supporter, right? Asan ko full time NPP.
Yeah, me I'm NPP through and through.
Me la yidi politique kono min ko nendiro yenno je dem mi hulata. That's why even Facebook, I don't talk about politics.
No, don't. Ikana sila wala mommy. What a huludum.
I go feed dinner on the halde goddo yenede. Joni ni mi do wadi contribution was on Gambia about dinner. got no fala la yennude. When na
So
sorti o
mommy
ma.
ay yennore ko iwi wona ko honto yata de honto iwi ko tongo jeya ti goddo yennima o yennore wona pour made kanko yennudo ma ko kanko je yennore o. So don't even worry about those things. You will see those things and you will hear those things.
But
Right?
Asan Johnny, jatu mi memina mano Johnny temere nem base. Temere nem base be ni boy be ni dumani hono be na selection mo warani free and fair. Ko nepotism we ito. This is even Jeuru was writing. Me andi no Jeuru ko UDP candidate supporter kono. I hear about that. No, he's from Basse. He might have heard the rumors. I am also not a UDP, but I hear about it. I even read it I also read it on What's on Gambia. You know, they write about, you know, nepotism, selection more nepotism. Because
Basse. Andi kadi Bokar ko wata confused. When they say Basse, wana Basse amende. When they ko URL what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Basse. Now let's talk about the whole of URR, NPP, money more, selection more, and you are NPP. Minimum
URR, the whole of URR.
URR, they need nepotism.
Okay.
What is your answer to that?
To be honest, I don't know the because Kantora Bile Tunkara Kanko ko he's already an NP, right? So Kantora nabe inni achemoton. And it is only fair. Because Kambe won't know UDP, UDP, but what is corporate president Baro, UDP Zadibe. And the only achemo plasma.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. You come to Tumanna be primaries, they pick this guy, you know, this guy, Kora. Right? On Kankoni secretary on Kankoni secretary NPP in that area, right? So Andy Onkadi on his we work for the party, right? Uncle Party Nadi, he was the secretary. You know? So you come to Basse, you know, Odo Sehu Odo Magase Yadi Tumani. I Magase ko campaign one no time seluba. When seluba awadi 3 times. You know? So John Atugo Okadiwada. That is what he told SB. You've been there 3 times.
On time they had the factors. They had the factors that are there on time. Factors
exactly.
Nobody fight factors.
Nobody fight factors. So Johnny can't go na ko dum SB. So it na be kala indi mo anka da woni ton twice Johnny. Anka lubu goddo. So what goes around comes around. Ay kono Bako Tong, I'm not really sure of.
Let's come back to Basse. Let's come back to Basse. Mi jinganai musudango. Magasi has already twice, but he was an independent candidate.
Yeah,
I let him go independent then.
Or he did 2 times.
No,
he's all he. No, he already Magase. I don't care which party he represent, but Magase. Come jogi problem mako what he represent Basse 2 times, but many people like us, many people menganda ko wadi, you know, there is nowhere like his campaign for URR for Basse. People don't know about it. Maybe he don't talk to the people, he don't talk to the media. I don't know about it. Me that Andy do got in that hande o jamano mo ndendo you don't follow the National Assembly and ko fenande wonder because people are going to the National Assembly and broadcasting the sittings of the National Assembly even at 12 o'clock gemma me mera nande magase ko wadata represent Basse, you know, me and Fusco no for that bring the case or they serve 2 times you offer to what they give up or actually got look at the fresh head ara afami, you know, or what on support or jonna o kanko ko honto haadi kono no difficulties yimako hay sita mo golla ino o hala na min ko dum do no difficulties yan maybe by an ari maybe an ko sa waddeti the system ma mi halni mo no yarde we bana e Basse afami. So min ko don this is I don't know him, I don't know nothing about him, mi anda Magase.
acci joni kanko joni o haalna men magase ko waɗi ɓay kanko mo inna kanko ko jingana magase haala men magase ko waɗi ɓay mi andi a yiwe there when he was doing things
ko nepotism on hawni ko musidɗo
No,
makko ƴo gayni yalaka wonni
yeah,
moɗa sokko jingana
before I come to Europe. Me in definitely has already development, maybe kaka chai sarankulepe.
Development on ɗum.
Like Sanari Kumbida on road map on do. Road Kumbida. He contributed into it. Like me what he witness ko have like problems he did andanta sarankulepe. So what about violence moderato that I have seen a lot.
That is good.
Kono definitely, to be frank, we call konundo wadi me. I don't know me and
magase on time found o slavery one no do yade ko meden ton machu do yagal ton. Magase fonno on the first person to discuss.
Exactly. I'm really disappointed. He didn't go to National Assembly.
Nobody spoke about.
It wouldn't be easy. Because no, I understand. If you are not a Sarahula, you will not understand. Magasi a horrible. He's not part of the noble family. For example, Kowita Dimo, because Magasuko Garanke. You understand? Slavery problem. So in in politics. You will not understand. It wouldn't be easy. At the end of the day,
mommy, it's not politics. It's not politics. When your constituency is crying, when a particular section of your constituency is crying, all you need to do is you have a National Assembly. We have it. Menen ko sare men ko problem en hebiton. Onno men adada luwa hondu watta o change. Kono reko hadata. It's not like when the police have arrested one. Let us see him or let us hear him say something about it. They all dodging about it. They come before better don't dodge because of maybe some powerful Sarahule do money. Because I mommy and Kosare Mate, Diabugu. In fact I think Kotong all problem for food is right. Kono come back at the MP Mate. I've never heard the MP, that drama guy, I've never heard him say anything about it.
Which MP is that?
Allah Sandu MP ni.
Mahadnera. You see, one in Magasife, they are the same tribe. Well, they are Garanko Lobiti. If you are not a Salahula, you would not understand. Definitely, I don't even want to talk about
it. I have a problem. I mean, Sarame. I gila Sarame put the pondere, gila put the what is Saramkule MP. Sarame Boni.
I ain't happy though 1 hour. It's good that Mami Arido and Yoti do what they understand. And then folk got the same point jogi day. The point is involvement to get our young people or females to be involved, they have to be involved. So to advocate for that is to talk to them directly, or like we are doing now, invite some of them, like people like Kajadu Jabi, tell them to speak. What are the difficulties of young people? Maybe no more once or hali on time can go take on no difficulties coding on no or be difficult what no face on time, every day. Some girl child because she's working with women and so maybe Kajadu Jabi will be very useful to come here. Maybe Uncle Mommy land out directly some questions. That I see maybe Kajadu Jabi one of these weekends. So on force it on what free and by then Uncle Mommy me what take contact so Jabi Arde on the again. I know she will come. That we talk to her and then we see by Kanko no go lemako. I think she's working with the United Nations.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Something like that. Kajadu Jabi.
Mm-hmm.
So Mami what do you want to say, whether in Sarangule or Pular or Chete or anything to our communities in Basse, when they hear about you?
No Sarangule.
I Bangalian or somebody Silla. Baba Silla,
I'm not getting it. Me alanande, honestly. Me and that's I don't know. So me network
Ko
one
network
go
ma
don't jala me.
ko
But I
network
don't know
ma
what is the problem.
network ma woni yaade ara. So ko dum wadi. Network ma wada break. Sometimes sa hali anka de ara da wada break. So Asan aja baki do mani on do mani ko be inni do no lack of fairness on Basse Santasu. Aja baki do.
No, Mela, the comment, Jidding. I'm not seeing the comments.
I'm not seeing any comment. Because my boyfriend jabbed me, once right after our
Ne
discussion.
ko warani di fo minne si minni wada si minni wada fo highlight on wala do. Cause Bangali Ture on wadi active windugo. Se kala ko windi do minni mi winda na on do. So Mami, Yang, you don't want to talk about this cults or this tribal or no or ethnic differences. I think cult system. We had that program here by then. We spoke about that. I think Mohammed Allah we spoke about that by then. I think it is so unfortunate that like people like Mommy is an advocate, or in your father, he doesn't want to talk about that. And Mommy is an advocate.
Not actually not actually that I don't want to talk about it. Kono, uncle is very sensitive. But anyway, if you want to select a day for us to talk about it, no problem. I will join you people.
No problem. So
but
Johnny,
I know in my page, me alone, I miss Susata. For the meantime, miss Susata.
Johnny,
I worker. This is the problem. This is the problem within the Sarakule community. The people who should stand up and speak, like Mommy, when I'm Susata. When I feel Mommy, when I hold Makoto one Mommy is thinking about her family. Mommy is thinking about her associate. Mommy can't go daddy, can't come my friends or money. Andy come like they don't go after you alone. They go after your entire family. So I understand because there are many people. There are many people within the Sarankule community. Even Menesa Pase, there are many people among us. When are we going to tackle this? Because this is destroying families. This is destroying communities.
I can remember by then, when I spoke to Brother Os Germany about this situation, he was also saying, because Andy Kanko, he was involved. He was telling me the difficulties that he is facing with this and the challenges that I was so impressed, and I was so how could they arrive to this? Somebody who just want to say, listen, they respect human rights of people, and especially people who choose to be together and so things like that. Mami ko ni mi wadi understand ko ni alde do ko fala ka be habba nene makko mo woddi so
no be batana because all be batana come no one I had the like within the Tostan modules no hen. I could remember the first village on time come supervisor the first village me want no inter me zonal meeting the first village was Sabi Colomba. Because andi Saravule be high mbagunotong mbagiding dimo amata. Do you know that?
Wow.
No. I Bangali anda Bangali Ture anda. Bangali ko Saravule basi.
Dimo antaka dimo amata. We have to sabi, entertainment was so nice. Regminati, put down got Ari from the Alcala's family of Fort Lanjungo. Onatila ba wila anga anda dibo amata no minimum andi. But health is part of my work. I have to go. Me ruti me da ama ha mi what be rimba ben said no ara ama. Ha after come jodi ben tamere ben ya onon de mo jande no wadi powerful ndar men di body me meda dum amude ina wala what be nay wisa was his culture. So be fudi ko machu ben amata dimon ko wala tun ko okirde asustana
mommy,
but that day minati me and many of them kadi benati betautilang.
Mommy.
So within the work time, it was hard for us in the community, very hard. but at least was in the class hay sebe ine me jotto like sebe jodi ke be falte jodade be do o senko be we say no to it definitely
So,
because I get a very
mommy, but not taking kala question cleaner. Iko kabidunda luo kono ke dong, you know, and this lady pull you back. You know, they have to do it. After you went again to dance, and then some people came. So those people that came, so after diamo kono wolko it means they wanted to do it, but they are fearful of what the society is gonna label them.
I'm not hearing.
No, I'm coming from ko. Nko kabi ye dong. Wodon na te traje. Wolfana lafte donnal bari ibe mira kan ne society be min fole wala nandi mala file but ilafte donnal.
E mala fi donna bolle ka kaburin don ta ngaite la ko kafun ko ngambe men karan kan class to wala be ke kanjang then it fana na tale donta.
Ha.
So I mami boy I ko mami ko ni
alde ko bangali wone wadde dum mena fala ka yimbe hala dum.
No, I wonder andi ko Swedish mafia. Boy, Asan, Johnny boy ebi do 1 hour. Me andi mami uncle mami boy mami network ma ko ala jabule. But next time
something is wrong with me today.
Because we have to talk about
are people getting me?
Now we are getting you now. Yes, mami. Is a wuli no ya ibenu dame, you know. Idante dame is continue.
France wona sare. France wona sare.
France ko.
Ala uncle.
Charo. Uncle mami men achama Joni, me achama wayno dira e jama on kon. Boy, Asan. Mami neto makon ala jabude. Asan boy, konwa in your own words, you know. What do you summarize our this conversation in mami ko ebudendoko?
No, it's very good and very diverse, and sometimes you need to hear from that side, especially the women folks, the women side, you know, which is like angulumo ardion, that much, which is why do we have lack of female representation among ourselves? Intimidate Andy. So now the conversation will go from here and try to do a bit of finding out. Ne honun takki du wata e honno kadame wata encourage rewbe be ara ko politics e sukabe. You know, I think that is what that is hande ko dum mi jangi ko yewtera men. It is very, very, very engaging. And then mommy, thank you very much for coming and also sharing your thought about, you know, the lack of representation of women in politics. You know, I'm really, really happy that hande men yewti dum, you know.
No, and when nobody engage about it, about how, because I talked to a lot of people on social media, and so when she engaged me about it, I said, I think I spoke to Asan about, we talked about this the last time, but I will be very happy if you join us, because Andy, female council, female council, they are not all like they are Annie ready, because the boy F nebani ko jibini, you know, so. Mi falaka mo adude directly online, so that's why I mean mami join ko data what women join me Asan the next today, because we are talking about base be hediti be wana base na be and their sisters didi be wana base na be, you know. So but mami is from URR, so we can talk. Uncle mami, I mean me achama Uncle mami achama why no dira
ko fun badi bum kojo
Joko do miido. Wono miido ko badi bun
Ana ko
ko
network amo menda ko man ko badi bun ko jogonto. You see, and like honto mi wata on rivers but manda honto won don jone. Time ko haleten like our program in Sabi that happens. Maybe on time all the problem wadani start. But definitely within the Sarhulo community itself in the Gambia, especially in Garowal, after going through these 3 years intervention of Tostan, all problem ko wadi start. I was so disappointed in myself because definitely our facilitators work very hard. Many may have a zonal meeting, many we talk about human rights. When my email 440 at the end of the day, so when you know. But I understand because it doesn't affect only the Gambia. The answer will know we are very sensitive. Hi boy and a neighbor here in France here. Or we call Bapira, the Kamiko Bejimbe.
Let me break. Hasan. I Suleiman T. Jalo Windy. I think it is high time we stop taking advantage of the incumbency and put in people who are developmental oriented and ready to serve the interests of Basse at large. It doesn't matter which party the individual represents. This is about Basse. The problem we are facing in Basse is collective issue. Need to be addressed at once, for we don't have the energy anymore. Campaigning someone who end up failing our people. What do you when you could on me boy?
Yeah, I think he might as well be right in some quarters, about the money. And like I said, Bokar, a political party is an ideology. It's an ideology. I mean, though MP I don't even know his name before time that day. I don't even know him from Adam. Me and guess what? I was supporting Labour because I am subscribed to Labour ideology. So Labour, whatever Labour thinks, is what that guy is gonna work towards that. So I mean NPP, it doesn't matter what it on. As long as that person is working towards NPP ideology, the ideology that I support, right? That is the person I'm going to support. Forget about the yes, incumbency and all that thing. You can say anxiety and no you are the person who is sitting at the fence. I don't care. Ohombo MPP waliton. I don't care. Ohombo UDP waliton. I don't care. Ohombo GDC waliton. If you subscribe to a political party, like I did, you will support your political party, the person they put there. Because the person they put there, that person is going to work towards the party ideology.
Yes.
I mean, I've supported the MPP party ideology. So I believe anybody who is within our party, for the what they may represent, will support that ideology, right? Which is being developmental oriental, being patriotic citizen, being loyal to the party, being loyal to the country, right? So what I may represent, these are the things that my party is advocating for. So if don't go though, until that person come and start heading east, west, then because as a party, we will make sure that that person follow our ideology, and we will constantly counseling him, guiding him, and also making sure he is part. We go with him. Me support. When I am electing, National Assembly no. This time around, we will elect him and also support him in doing his job.
Asan Kondal Delokong is right. And in Africa, most of the time, these elections are based on individualism. On our policies. But one of Belgium though, local election called list. You vote based on list. And that a list more UDP what the present region madung consequence what I vote on that base. You vote on based on list, the programs. You don't vote on individuals here. You can vote for like for selective, but most of the time people vote list. The party will put people that they trust, according to the list numbers. The more votes,
according to preference. or
Yes.
money want to take first, or don't want
Yeah.
to take second, or want to take third.
Maybe majority.
Hey.
This person will go to the National Assembly. These people will go to the Regional Assembly. These people will be the local council. You know, this is how they vote here, and they don't vote individualism. In what they choose. No, but what I put list. Although see what if local elections, what they win. Koseko only are the national. What I mean, one of tip 5 of 2 people and the percentage. The more percentage you have, the more seats you have in the National Assembly. So, remember what they local list. That's why people here they don't vote based on you. They don't care who you are because they know, like Uncle WLCOME, you are the party.
Especially local government. Huh? You're not voting for Seni Kanute. You're not voting for 4 days. You are voting for 4 days party.
Yes.
Mean council you many do. Even other time, kono aya ko list, you know, you vote for Labour because that person, his picture will be there on the Labour. You vote because if you are a Labour voter, it doesn't care siko Bokar Barito wala ko Asan Barito, and you are going to vote for Labour. What I don't take, right?
Yes.
Because you are voting for your party's ideology. And Gambia, we will have 2 or 3 parties. Then those parties will have ideology. And the Gambia, most of the time, many parties when have ideology. Party, you are prakat or party got. Right?
Yes.
Now party home that him makobeng. We are what I would ton. So how you buy into that ideology is PDIS. Yado how only PDIS dega how ya go man aya what I the ono iwe PDIS. Mean PDIS home me no pass gila money paiku. How you only penko PDIS going? Sifa kekuta sien. Sifa bro align. You know, bro align. Since I was in school, primary school, bro was in PDIS. Me high school, he's in PDIS. Can make a PDIS band because they buy into that ideology. Right? The rest wana ideology. So many NPP, we want to put an ideology in NPP. Ideology wanuda is identifiable. Come with PDIS, right? See, PDIS is socialist money. We can come with a liberal thinking manuda. Once you buy into that, right? Patriotism, nationally, you become a nationalistic, Andy. You become like a Democrat, a true Democrat. You know, come with something manuda. Him will identify that right? That is how parties run. Africa, Gambia in particular, you know, most of the party I is party on my. Because party is not based on ideology, it's based on the individual thinking, right? So this is what we need to eliminate. So NPP have bought into NPP ideology. If NPP put Seku there, I will vote for Seku. If NPP put Bile Tunkara, I will vote for Bile Tunkara. If NPP, so I believe that Bile Tunkara, that Sekuba, they will promote NPP agenda, which is in line with the national agenda. Right?
That is what we hope. That is what we hope that will happen. Asan, Jango Komonde Achumi Achama Johnny Harai Mandy. Next week say because we come here, we talk about FOB and our homecoming, program. And but we start to talk about those things to have people also buy into the ideology. That is this FOB homecoming in December. Asal boy. Thank you for the time.
Jarama, thank you very much, Buakar. Well taken, and thank you for inviting me always, and then giving me the opportunity, to talk about, something that I really love, a place that is very dear to my heart. That is Basse. Being Basse Buakar, is Kuala why it took me out of Basse. It took me out of Basse physically. Spiritually, mentally, Basse is in me, right? So to talk about that particular place, week in, week out, to see how we can, bring, representation, and also how do we showcase, Basse. I can only thank you for that. Mi joda do mi hala Basse hara mi do welti Basse na mi do dara lang hara me do wada plan ji ananda Basse yara yeso. E chadele di Basse hebi kadi, thank you very much for that. And then we will continue doing this because I know me and you, what we went through when we are going to school, and then Allah Walli, we are in the other side of the wall where we can make things better, So it's only fair that we come here, we add that, hakkileji men together, mendara hondo mendara on sare so, and for that, thank you very much, bro. And thank you very much for the viewers who are watching us week in, week out, So until next week, we come to your way, Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much, Cherno Hassan. Salmina minyangan dombo F. Arain
Jambo. Thank you.
Yo, that was it. Hassan Jaite, Uncle Mami. It was a pleasure to have Uncle Mami also on the platform. And the Hassan Wikong and the Warben, two men Warbe, two men wire do me in a year, Robebe, Warbe Alaka Jonede, a voice, what they represent. But to have a female, a sister, a family member, to come on this platform from Basse and URL, to speak about her own opinions. It's very nice to hear. And it's people wanna meaning, we'll just come here and speak. Doesn't mean we did something for Basse or we are doing something in Basse big. No. But we just want to see that changes happen for those who are there and who will be going there. That menen come achuno tonkong e come woni ide ya de tonkong. It doesn't himbe ben wadata face on problem because andi ko be innata kon ida wana asani wido ida wailang itu de physically and their base economy I am uto anko base jibina min ko ton uda sura. So I cannot no atai to the horam base kala ko me be there aduna so I will always answer to the name of Base, but he go him ben tonka di kambe ka di life map and the change one on to go life map on no need it all. I see one need the same, but the what a benefit, what a benefit ko be woni what they contribute because ko himbe ben won be imare gollu de nyande o nyande ya golle yoba tax di mabbe yoba lempo yoba everything ko be woni what the lady ni no ya hayeso te pare lamu ngun kadi ko inde mabbe be yata be detta lonji be nyawlo mbudi be ara be mo ina leydi ndi si be hebani no himbe wawato be daranade himbe yawo be wadana be campaign pour be heba be wawa hebude naforade ko woni arde inde mabbe kon ma dum ko woni yude juude mabbe fo ata hara dum no yurmi it's very sad. So that's why we come here yewta fimu heba himbe ndara e nder meden hakkunde meden onen ton wonbe tombe kombe buri wadde sikkuden ko ben wuri wadde qualify wadu ko represent gilana ma koina ha bagadaji so that's why people come here and speak because more Gambia no go no fo no ni mi onamo mi kombo onamo mi said no onamo mi banju onamo mi foni do me I am from Basse. I was born in Basse. So simi ni mo hoti Gambia kadi go Basse mi hota no matter what kono atawai you advocate for your people. To prepare people who are there also, they have to be ready to pick up arms for their people, like Uncle Mami Asanjate. That was the open conversation today. I wish you all a wonderful week coming, and Allah Queen Jam and Wala Jam.